Well, hello once again. I'm the only Sir Cracker, and you're watching, well, my channel. So I'm back in the makeshift grow room. This is where I spend most of my winter, and I am showing you some tomato plants. Now you're thinking, man, it's not even the middle of December yet, just still the first week of December. What are you doing growing tomato plants? Well, I don't know what I'm doing other than playing around because I'm bored out of my mind. Everything outside is completely dead, so I thought I'd grow some tomato plants. Man, you wouldn't believe it. I put a handful of tomato seeds in a cup probably a week and a half ago, and I had 100% germination. Not one of them died. And now I'm sitting on let's see, I think I got 10 tomato plants here. I do have 10 tomato plants here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I got 9. 9 tomato plants here on this green tray. Now, they started off in a little cup in the middle, and they all just kind of grew, and I was expecting 1 or 2 because these were heirloomed, or no, not heirloom, hybrid tomato. I don't know the name of them. Those cute little teeny cherry tomatoes that just grew like crazy, and there was just tons and tons of them, and the kids loved to eat and pick them. Well, that's what these are. So I am going to see how many of them I can get to survive, and then I'm going to plant as many of them as I can if they all survive. Right where I planted them last year, next to the raspberries. At least that's the goal, I guess. So we'll see if I can keep them alive. My banana seeds have not come up yet. Still nothing poking through the surface. My patio red, still nothing. Nothing's come through. This is the this is the one from Caleb. This is it's not an edible pepper that I'm aware of. It's a kind of a rainbowy colored, real pretty pepper plant. But I think there's, what's we got? 1, 2. I think there's 3 of them in there. So I don't know how many I planted. I think I did plant 3 of them, but I don't remember. So, but anyways. So those are growing. I will separate those probably in a couple of more days. Wait until I just start seeing the true leaves on them. In this cup here, I planted this really, really small, not even an inch tall, really, really small avocado seed. So I just wanted to see if I can get it to do anything at all. And look at my miniature blue curly kale, a dwarf kale. Isn't that cool looking? Not bad at all. I'm seriously thinking about planting a bunch of this outside and seeing what it does differently. See how much bigger the leaves get. So this sucker keeps coming back. I kill it, it comes back. I kill it, it comes back. So it's in this. This is the Carolina Reaper, duh. Anyways, this is the Carolina Reaper. Now, I will never grow a pepper plant in a small container like this again because it dries out so incredibly fast. And all it is really is just like a wine bottle chiller like thing, but it's terracotta. And it dries out really, really fast, and that's what kills it. It's actually fairly warm in this room, but yeah, the cold air is just torture on that thing. So I've got a couple of weeds growing. This is a tomato plant, but I don't know what the seed is, and it's growing in with some of my mother-in-law's tongues, which are putting on new babies everywhere. Let's see, there's another one down there. So, putting on new babies everywhere. So I'm pretty happy with that. And the other one looks like it fell over. It was much taller. There it is. So that's the other one. And it's also a tomato. But you can see they're long and lanky, both of them are. And that's because they're straining to get to the light. They really want the light. Norfolk pine. It's still alive and doing well. And then I think that was a mango seed. It just dried out. Little terracotta pot. In the winter time, it's best, I think, to have your plants in plastic pots. And that way they don't dry out as fast. This is that lemon scented geranium that I brought in the house, and it completely is gone dormant or has died, one or the other. I'm hoping it didn't die. I'm hoping it's just dormant, and I hope it comes back, but I doubt it. I'd probably kill it. And then this is that orchid that Lou from St. Mary's gave me. And this is this whole thing right here, this whole stalk or whatever you want to call it, this is all brand new within the last probably 2 weeks. This is new. And there's a little bit of new growth on the inside, you can kind of see. And I don't know if that's because the leaf pattern is different. I don't know if that's a weed or something completely different, but yeah. So that's doing really good. Then inside the dome here is, well, I probably killed it, is my Desert King fig. So I'm probably going to end up having to buy another one and try it again in the spring. I probably killed it. I tend to kill things. But how else are you supposed to learn what not to do? You got to kill them. Speaking of killing, this is going into dormancy. This is my lemon. And I just trimmed it back here. This was like way out to here. And I just trimmed it. I like to keep it trimmed. Every year I trim it back a little bit in the fall, trying to keep it small and give it some love. This actually, this whole piece, all the way down to here, there's a nub right there. I don't know if you can see that. This was the main stalk, and then this piece that's growing all the way up here was actually a branch, and I converted the branch into a trunk, and so that was kind of fun. The main stalk died because I killed it again. Look at the trunk on this thing. Oh my gosh, dude, it's like the size of a pencil, but it's getting woody, so that's kind of cool. I'm kind of thrilled about that. And it'll come back in the spring. I can already see some new growth in spots here. See, like right there, there's some new growth coming in. So, and then crown of thorns just got done blooming. As a matter of fact, here's a couple of buds, so it's gonna continue to bloom. And it's putting off all kinds of new growth down inside. Sorry, hopefully I'm not making you sick. And this is another mother-in-law's tongue. It's a different variety. I've got 3 different kinds altogether. I've got this one, which is really wide. And it gets a little taller than this, but not much. These are all babies in here. I could go in and separate all these out into their own pots and have individuals, but I like them grouped together. And then there's, like I said, there's this one, which is kind of this long variegated. And these get really, really long spikes. And then the more traditional, at least here in the inland northwest, that's the most traditional. Which that one hasn't put on any growth since I put it in there this last spring, which is really weird, actually. The others have put on new growth, and that one hasn't. And these, there's this one and this one. And these are a Guava, if I remember correctly. And these are more of a desert plant. They're kind of in the, what did they call it? The succulent. Excuse me, kind of a succulent, almost a cactus kind of thing. And it appears that I have two different varieties. If you look at the leaf structure on this one, it's kind of variegated. It's got stripes on it. And then in this one, I have two separate plants are in here. So there's two separate ones. This one's variegated as well, but this one is not. So, very strange. One of them is not variegated, or at least doesn't appear to be variegated at this point. So, but this one in the spring, I'm going to separate this out in the spring so that it'll be in its own pot. And then, so sad, the avocado. So this is the little baby one. It died off. It's dead to here now, so almost 3 inches. But from there down is still alive. And then it comes up. I've lost so many leaves. Got new growth on the top of this. As long as I keep it warm, it'll do fine. It's just trying to keep it warm is obviously a challenge. I'm getting all this dieback because it got too cold, but got new growth on that one too, so might end up calling this one the new Skyward, because it just wants to go straight up like a rocket. So we'll see. But in the spring, that'll get a bigger pot. A lot of these are going to get a little bit bigger pots in the spring, especially that one and the lemon. I think it's about time the lemon gets a new pot. The Crown of Thorns could probably do just fine in that one. It doesn't seem to be struggling. And then, of course, that will be coming out. I'll separate that one, and I'll separate that one. So, oh, and then the banana. I want to show you the banana. This has been hiding. The banana is been in the window. The main stalk on it died. It was, probably 2 feet. It just got cold and it died. And then these are the two baby pups. Well, this pup here appears to be dying, this small one, and this one as well. I don't know what it is, but I have a thing for killing them. That is for sure. So, speaking of killing things, take a look at this. Yep, I tend to kill things. Yes, I did change locations. I've got it in the sink because I'm trying to water it. This is what I've always been grown up to believe is a shamrock. They are a 3-leafed plant, and they close up like this at night, and during the day they completely open up, and they're pretty cool looking. But I keep forgetting to water it. Let's keep the white flowers. So I keep forgetting to water it, and it keeps wanting to die on me. Go figure. But I've got all kinds of new growth down inside the base here. So it will put on all kinds of new stuff. Just gotta water it and give it good light. So, all right, y'all. I'm the only Sir Cracker. Of course, comment, questions, all that kind of stuff down below. Of course, also feel free to subscribe and come check us out on Facebook, Sir Cracker's Garden, where a bunch of us get together and post all kinds of wonderful, cool, and interesting things about gardens. And so, just because it's wintertime doesn't mean that you can't garden, even if it is indoors. So, all right, well, you have yourself a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.